got to talk. I gotta tell what I got to talk. I gotta tell what I feel. I gotta talk about my life as I see it.
I'm the illest alive. Watch me prove it. I snatch your crown with your head still attached to it.
Come on, man. This is God-given. Only thing I gotta do is just show up.
The nerve, the audacity.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for
Prophecies with the Prophet.
What is we talking about?
You want to be good or great? And then make me remember, I'm trying to be great. You hear me? Great.
What's up, people? Welcome back to the Prophecies. As y'all know, without understanding, there is no vision, and without vision, there is no understanding. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, say something in the chat so we can see who's all rocking and rolling with us tonight. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel so people can stop bothering me. That's all I asked. I'm going to bring in Miss Nina, please, in 1 second, and the rest of the crew is going to join us. They're going to be popping in and out. We do have a little bit of whatever that is called. And then we're going to give out some information as well. But I just want to say tomorrow, my youngest, my son, is turning 21. I have mixed feelings about it because it's like a proud milestone, and it's also like bittersweet too. So I don't know how I feel about it, but you know, tomorrow's his birthday, so put some cakes or happy birthday things in the chat. Shout out to him, man. I mean, maybe he just need to get out. I don't know. Maybe I could say maybe he need to get out. But what's up, Miss Nina, please? How you doing?
Hey, happy birthday to baby boy. 21 is crazy.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So what club y'all going to?
He wants to do his own thing, you know. I don't.
Hey, good evening, Diana.
I try to keep the, parenting to the parenting. And let him do his own thing, but I think he just want to go shopping. Like, he don't really
why
care.
is it bittersweet?
Because,
tell me.
Because
I'm still at 17.
Because it's my last. Because of what it represents, which means like a lot more responsibilities, things of that nature, and maybe. It makes me think. I don't feel old, but it makes me think. Like, am I old now? Because I got my youngest is 21, not my oldest. My youngest is 21. So it's, mixed emotions.
Now, do you think, or do you feel like you've prepped him enough for this world? Like you, because you remember back when you were 21, in that way. Do you know what I mean?
Right. I would say I hope so if he listened. So
like you're feeling
right,
not thinking, turn the logic off, but you're feeling.
Yeah. To me, I feel like I prepped him, for the things that are about to come. So now it's also bittersweet because now it's in your hands.
Right. Like 21, that's it.
Right. Now it's in your hands. Now your choices and all these things. Now these things are more in your hands than they ever were. So, that's a thing. But
Congratulations, Steve.
Thank you. Yeah, because a lot of didn't make it. So we'll say congrats.
No,
to that.
real rap.
Right. Right. We'll say congrats to that. But how are you feeling? We were discussing, you dealing with prom things and all of that. Did you feel like you were envisioning yourself? Like, how did you feel?
That was an outer body experience.
Okay.
You know what's crazy? Like I always like dreamt of my daughter's prom. Like, oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Da, 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 da. Like, it's like planning your own wedding. I've never been married, y'all, but like the same ways. Well, even when I was a little girl, I never like. Oh, I can't wait to. Never had that, but once I had my daughters, I'm like, oh, they got to go on prom.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna do this. They gonna like I want to pull out all the woodworks,
right.
thinking I'm prepared, but you never really.
That's a fact.
Quite prepared. Do you know what I mean? Like the feeling is like you would think you're ready, but you're never really ready. And then like because life also happens at the same time when you're getting ready for this event. So life is actually happening while I'm getting ready for this event, and I'm really trying to like stay focused on my kid and do all of these things. And then I'm like, I wasn't prepared for you to have a boyfriend.
Right.
We're not just doing one prom, we're doing 2 proms, and they 2 weeks apart from each other, and these are 2 separate entities. So I have to focus on that by itself, because you don't want to take away from him and his family. But you also want to. And I'm like, this is your first prom, because she's a junior.
Okay.
But he's a senior. Like, you know what I mean? But all once it was over, I was able to finally rest and like see the beauty of it all. Like, oh my God, my kid went on prom. You know what I'm saying? So it was a success overall. So like same how you the bittersweetness, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get into tonight's episode, which is entitled "Is This Black Love?" and what's your love languages and all things of that nature. My last question, just based on her going on the prom, is there anything that you made sure she had that you didn't have?
For sure.
Okay.
I've talked about this a couple of times. Like my grandmother raised me, right?
Right.
And then as I went through like life, I understood what kind of nurturer my grandmother was. I'm not going to bash too much in on it. So I made sure that I was present.
Right.
Like not just physically, but like I made sure that I was involved, like with my presence. Like, so not only was I the mom, I'm like, I won't say like girlfriend, but like, what do you need me and how do you need me?
Right.
Not only just that, who else do you need?
Right.
What do you want this to look like? You know what I mean? Because this is not my prom. This is your prom. And, I'm not living through you. I want to live with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I want you, this is your experience. I just want to experience it with you. So, and, me and my daughter, we have like I feel like we have a really good bond, like mother-daughter relationship. And that was what I didn't have. I didn't have that mother-daughter relationship. So this was, of course, it's new for her, but it's new for me. So I'm trying to figure out how we do this thing, girlfriend. Right? And we have that understanding. Like she knows this mother-daughter dynamic is new for me. Like she knows that. So, because we very transparent. So like we hold hands together. Like, I had her at 18, so we hold hands together. Like, I'm like, you safe? She's like, yeah, you safe?
Right.
You crying? A little bit, you crying?
Right.
So that was what I made sure she had. That support, like that presence.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Shout out to both of y'all. That's a beautiful thing, man. All right, so we're gonna start this episode with some of the mess that's going on. So if anybody hasn't seen, both people went live. Both people are still talking. Both people
I was watching it all day. I was watching it all day. Like it pops up. It's everywhere. I'm like, why are y'all still relevant? Y'all like 50.
I can't. I can't. So if anybody doesn't know, Remy Ma and Papoose, have been speaking about their demise of a relationship or their breakup of a relationship or their we're still in love and we're just bitter and mad at each other relationship. I don't know where it is or where it stands right now, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So are you familiar like with the origins of this story?
I think I am. So let me say what I think I'm familiar with the origin. Clarissa, well, Pap and Remy went on a separation because one of them stepped out. Yes, Angela, they got to mic. just to clock me out. But they was in a separation of some sort. And Miss Shields, by the way, Miss Shields, please don't jump in my DM. I don't want to fight. Right. I don't want to fight. Like, girlfriend, collect yourself, right? But Miss Shields starts dating Mr. Pap over there. Right. In the midst that you over there with somebody else's husband, and she goes on a Breakfast Club like, oh, I'm addressing the elephant in the room. Remy like, who the elephant? Who the fuck you call the elephant? Like, Pap, you better go get your girlfriend because I'm over here chilling, not saying nothing. Why she got my name in her mouth? So, and now they having Twitter fingers, and I'm responding to this, and it just a pool full of shit, basically.
That's a fact. All right, so for those who don't know, Remy, I don't know if this was like early 2000s or something. It's somewhere around there, man. Somewhere around there where Remy first began popping, and then she ended up getting locked up for shooting a close friend for stealing some money from her. So she ends up going to jail for, let's say, 6 or 7 years, and Papoose was there holding her down, bringing her food, making sure she's good, just taking care of everything, the whole time she was locked up. And this was a big thing because, like they say, we don't always see that on the male side of it. Yeah. We don't always see, a male holding somebody down when they're locked up.
Right.
And also, for what we were supposed to know during this time, he was supposed to be loyal and all things of that nature.
Right.
So when she got out of jail, it was like, in my brain, it was like, there's going to be some trouble just because she just did 6 or 7 years in jail. So I felt like she needed some time and some space to kind of like gather herself, but
get back to society.
Right.
Because I think they had a kid as soon as she came back out.
Right, that's what I'm getting to.
Oh, sorry.
So you good. You good. So instead of her having that time or that space to just, enjoy her own freedom, or, just gather her mental, where it's supposed to be. It was just like, all right, you home now. Now we're going to get married. Now I want to have a baby. And it was his idea to have another baby because they didn't have a child together. So all these things is like pushed on her, but you can kind of see anybody who was watching like Love and Hip Hop, and I don't like watch it now, but I did watch it back then. So anybody who was watching could kind of see that she's not ready yet. Like she's not there. Like it's a lot. You're putting a lot on her, but as most women do, they just do. Like, all right, yeah. Like, all right, this is what we doing. All right, let's just do that. So they had a baby, per his request, and they had the whole Black Love thing, and that's how they was moving accordingly until there comes times where she's the first one who allegedly starts creeping out. So she starts this battle rap league, and I'm an avid fan of battle rap, so I know all that side of it. So she starts this battle rap league, and she starts managing one of the rappers, and then she starts messing with one of the rappers. Now, when the story first dropped, they kind of like pushed it under the rug. Right. They kind of like tried to make it seem like it wasn't happening. But anybody who was paying attention was like, something
is happening.
yeah, something's happening. So Papoose ends up getting into a little scuffle with the battle rapper, whatever it may be. But then it all finally, the truth starts seeping out here and there that they're together, and she was creeping out on Papoose. So yeah, this is a fucking lot.
And they're gonna talk about some. They're gonna talk about some. I was just about to leave a nigga alone, but here you go saying something. I already got fuck with him.
right. This is a
what?
fucking lot. This is a fucking lot.
Are you a whole nigga?
Right. So she ends up. The story starts coming out about how she's really messing with the bull X, Y, and Z, and everybody's like so confused because this is supposed to be black love. This is supposed to be we're loyal. We're in a unit. And you don't normally, I would say, it happens, but I'll be on women's side for this case. You don't normally see the woman being the one causing all of this commotion. So, yeah, she's a Gemini. I'll just leave that there. But she ends up...
Not during Gemini season. Not during Gemini season. What
I'm just saying. So she ends up being the one stepping out, and then when shit finally hits the fan, Papoose is finally like, all right, I gotta step away from this and just let her do whatever she's doing. And then he starts messing with the boxer, Clarissa Shields. So Clarissa is like, people are asking her questions about Remy. So it's not like she's voluntarily like, I want to talk about Remy. It's like, no, whenever she does an interview, they're going to ask you, like, what the fuck is going on? They're just going to ask you. So she's just answering. And I don't think she was taking shots at Remy. But Remy, like I said, being a Gemini, being from the Bronx, being a natural,
hot-headed.
Yeah, being hot-tempered. She's going to take it that way, or she's going to react and just as though, why are you even speaking about me? I'm not choosing to speak about you. They're asking me a fucking question. And I'm not saying anything bad about
around a question.
Right. And I'm not saying anything bad about you. Which leads to where we are today with Remy saying you pawned my jewelry. You're not even a good father. You was the brokest nigga I ever messed with.
Oh my God.
X, Y, and Z. And then we got Pep saying I wrote all your raps.
He wrote Conceited.
Yeah.
Wait, because he said he wrote 90% of that album.
Yeah, he said I wrote 90% of her raps, which is wild. which is wild. I don't know if I could co-sign that. I would say
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's taking her whole career away.
Yeah, I would say that he probably helped along as he should, being her husband, but and he's a lyricist himself. 90% is insane. but we gonna let him, we gonna let him rock. So, he's saying, she was leaving the daughter to go be with this bull. Like the daughter got school and she's just like not coming home and all kinds of shit of that nature. So this just reminded me of like a lot of childhood shit. Like I seen a lot of this nature and I seen a lot of these relationships. Whereas like, and before we talked about prenups and shit, and y'all said people don't need, and yes, the fuck they do. Because you see the shit that's going on right now. I told y'all this shit is ugly.
Listen, I stand my ground.
I told y'all this shit is ugly. And these are the instances that you need to have things in place for when the shit is ugly. Because people get bitter, people get nasty, and then it just turns into something different. But from what you've seen of them going back and forth online, how did you view it? Like, how did you view how they were handling it? Do you think they still love each other? Like, how did you just like take in what's happening?
It's so immature.
Right.
It's very immature. I feel like there is a love there. How do I say it? Cancel it. I feel like there's a trauma bond there.
Okay.
Right? And I think that can be mistaken for a love. So it's like on Papoose end, I'm still trying to recognize this woman as the mother of my child, my wife. Like, you know what I mean? We have history.
Right.
But this is causing chaos. Like, he's split into two different identities, right? And then for Remy, she never left one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, she's very status quo.
Right.
And I think that's the trauma bond. And for her, I think her love is one within itself. And I don't think she can, like, quite honestly, I think her love is, of course, it is if it's hers, regardless of how selfish it may sound. It's the attachment she has to him because of the attention she was getting from him and the benefits she got from him. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of people like to throw around the narcissist title or whatever, right? And it can be similar to that, but this is more of like that attention seeking, like, you know, because I'm not getting it from somewhere. So I got to get it from somewhere. Like, you know what I mean? And then now I'm seeing you giving it to this person, and this person is like, you know, talking about Clarissa, and this person is very flamboyant with what I was getting. So I'm going to act out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, remember we talking about before, like, oh, what's your definition of love? And I think I said something crazy like, because you was calling me a serial killer. Like, and I'm like, nah, if somebody cheat, they don't love you. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. But like, you know, and to a certain degree, yeah, I can only understand because you can only love to the capacity of what you understand love to be. And if you let her tell it, you might say, yeah, I love a nigga. You don't. But to her capacity, yeah. Yeah, that's love for her. That's her kind of love.
Right.
But it's very dense.
Right. I guess I would like halfway agree with that. I would say I think she does, or she did have a level of love for him where they may have grew apart, or where she may have just chosen to love herself more than loving him, or like being selfish in whatever she thinks this moment is for her. Because I will say that Remy pre-locked up was like project chick, and now she got a little glow up. So she might be like feeling herself a little bit.
Yeah, you feeling yourself. So it's like, oh, fuck you. Like, you can't be for me what I needed to be for you. So it's fuck you. It's very survival of the fittest. It's like that survival love. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how people don't know how to safely love because they was raised off of survival.
Right.
Because of, you know, what I know now, I know that that's not love. That's just survival. Because if you can like unattach it, because it's transactional, right? Because if you can unattach yourself from me, because like how we talked about before, just because I did something, now you no longer love me, like how she's doing is like, wait, what?
Right.
It's gonna make my head spin because you raised off of survival. Like, what the fuck did I do? Made you mad? Now you don't love me?
Right.
What the hell?
Not with the helly.
What the hell? Like, come on, girl. Like, that is emotional trauma. So I do think they have like a foundation of trauma bond, but of course, because like, look at the past. Like, they survived together.
Right.
I just think he's like, you know, all right, obviously, like, what more can I do for you? I did it. Right. What more can I do for you? You keep shitting on me. Like any other person, like if the shoe was on the other foot, right? Because we always bend the knee for the woman who's in abusive relationships. If he was the woman, shorty, you gotta get out that relationship.
Facts.
I mean, you getting bent over.
Not you getting bent over. This is a PG show. Not you getting bent over. I can't.
Girl.
I can't.
So he left, and now she mad at the other girl, but the other girl not. You know what I mean? Right. Like, shorty not. She not folding, but Remy so used to people folding. Oh, right. Because you know how to aim. Right. You a little bit. Baby girl not scared.
Right.
But she got mouth on her. She a little immature too. Well, I won't say mature. Well, because you don't have any emotional resistance. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have no emotional control. You just that.
Right.
You making a fool over yourself. At the end of the day, that's still somebody else's husband.
Right.
I don't care how you cover it.
Facts.
Still somebody else's husband.
Facts. I feel like a lot of what everybody's doing right now is definitely immature. This is definitely like middle school shit.
And they 50.
I can't. I can't. So who do you believe is, because they both have said it, who do you believe is the one sending the "I still want to get back together" text?
Oh, they sending texts?
Yeah. They both have shown these texts in these conversations of discussing, I want to work this out.
So who do I think sent it first?
Like, who do you believe is the one who genuinely wants to get back together?
I think Remy probably sent it, but Papoose want to get back together.
Okay. I would agree with that. I think this is all super nasty work, though. Like, just.
I want my family back. Like, shut up.
I can't.
This is too long.
I can't.
Her butt don't bounce back. Like, he was
not her butt don't bounce back.
I'm fucking a man. Like, come on.
That's nasty. That's just nasty.
These all jokes. She's a pretty woman. She is. I'm just joking. Like, she's a pretty woman. Nobody shaming. I'm just joking.
I was speaking about this and I posted something in reference to this. Like, why do people care about the social media? Like, why are we feeding the social media? Like, I don't need, like, if we have a tiff, I don't need to come on social media and explain to you what's going on in my household. Is what I'm saying. Like,
you want to know what's going on in your household? You mean like because with these all, you seen Easy to Block Captain? Those his real teeth?
Taki, he got his teeth done. Like that was
those his real teeth?
Yeah, that was real, but that's an old picture. He got his teeth done now.
Yeah, his teeth fixed?
Yeah, he got his teeth done now.
Oh. All right, my fault. What was the question?
The question was why? Like, why are we in the group chat, as they would say? Like, why do we need to know all of this?
Oh yeah, that's the question. Yeah. We don't. Clicks and mute. So a lot of people need to feel validated, right? Because they don't feel centered in themselves. Like, yeah, they definitely both throwing that way too much shade because validation, right? And we always doing like the conversations in our head, like, nah, I know I ain't tripping, but then even in our own circles, like even in your circle can throw confusion over your head. Some people want to make sure that they misunderstand you on purpose to cause you confusion. Like, you know what I mean? That's why, hey, y'all who watching, watch who y'all got in your circle. They will cause you confusion on purpose, right? Shut your whole shit off, your whole energy circle off. But anyhow, a lot of people, they need that kind of validation. So what do? All right, I don't feel safe within myself. You should feel safe within yourself. I don't feel like I'm gonna get the necessary validation within my immediate community. Kind of should, but whatever. Press record. I'm gonna post it.
That sounds insane. that sounds insane. That
sounds insane to you because you have security within yourself,
right?
But it don't sound insane to somebody who lacks security, who has some kind of imbalance.
Right. So I'm speaking to that. Like, even if that's the case, you ain't got no friends.
They do have friends. They don't trust them. If you don't trust yourself, you're not gonna trust your friends. Okay. Because you're not even vibing on your own frequency, so you're not gonna vibe on the frequency of your community. You already frauding within yourself, so your whole circle of fraud.
Okay.
Like, it's already lacking. It's already off. Okay. Like, you already fucked up. Like, so you're gonna press record because you're gonna be like, somebody gotta agree with me.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right. All right. So in the instance of what was supposed to be proclaimed black love, what was your ideal, just what that sentiment is supposed to mean? Like, have you seen these kind of relationships like growing up? Like, what is your idea of what they said? Did you believe that their situation was black love? And what do you just think about that concept?
The concept pissed me off. but I understood. So, I because I had to be transparent. I understood, but it pissed me off at the same time, because it's like I had to come down to a level, because I was like, I know why y'all saying it.
Okay.
But at the same time, I want to choke y'all like Homer do Bart.
Right.
Wake up. I need my people to wake up.
Okay.
Why are y'all contracting to this stigma? This is not black love. This is some ghetto shit.
Facts.
Like, you know what I mean? And we should not contract black love to ghetto shit.
Right.
Black love don't look like this. Black love is healthy. Like, you know what I mean? And can be healthy. This is just ghetto. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this should not be a representation of what black love is.
So they should have called it ghetto love.
They should call it ghetto love. Exactly. That's all. That's all this is. This is a representation of what dysfunctional love look like. Dysfunctional love based off of a trauma bond of what happens when you don't seek validation within yourself, when you don't seek therapy, when you don't seek the right foundations, like how you said, T, she should have had some kind of separation, something. She's so busy, like she let them people exploit her on Love and Basketball. She knows she needed help. They know she needed help. She needed some re-entry into society. I'm pretty sure a couple of people probably pointed it out, but for the love of the money, our dumbass culture, excuse me, the ignorant parts of our culture, because I know some people watching it.
Right.
I get upset about this stuff because it's like, I want y'all to wake up. I love my people so much, and it's just like y'all just let certain things keep you suppressed.
Facts.
For what? This is not who y'all are.
Facts.
Y'all are bigger than this. Facts. And you letting it happen. This is not black. These mofos is not, they 50.
Not they 50. Yeah, I kid. I kid.
Please. And you know what's the worst part? They're in high positions representing
Facts.
the faces of culture.
Facts.
Iconic. Clarissa Shields, iconic.
Right.
Right next to Layla Ali, saying dumb shit.
Facts. Facts. I can't. Y'all done pissed Nina off. I can't. I never believed it was, quote unquote black love. I think it was something that was created, just for something to be something. Like sometimes people just reach for something because they want something to be something. And it never was that.
Entertainment.
Yeah, they just want something to be something. So that's always what I thought it was. Did I think that they were ever like together, a loving couple? Yeah, but I always felt like she was like bossing him. Like she was like, I'm this and I'm that, and you're lucky to be here, kind of shit. I always felt like that was the energy that she kind of gave to him. I didn't see her diving into what they were supposed to be claiming was black love.
Then it wasn't a loving couple. Like that just sounds like he was just pouring into her.
Right.
That's not a loving couple.
Right.
That's sacrifice.
Right.
Like,
I got
then it was never a loving couple.
Right.
Like you just getting walked over. Like, and then at the other end, some men like that because you don't know what his turmoils was growing up. Like maybe it's because it is some men who are wilted in that way that likes being dominated by. Look at Clarissa. She will beat that man's ass.
I can't.
2 dominant women.
Right.
And he just like, I didn't want my daughter to be taking care of her.
I can't. I can't.
Like, I'm confused. Like, what are you know what I mean? I don't know. But there are men like that. They like dominant women. And it may be for a reason. Like, you know, they maybe they think, you know, they like the strong dominant woman for mothering reasons. Right. I need you to mother me. I know I need you to make me feel safe because I don't feel safe. Like whatever the reason is. I like this shit.
Yeah, and I also try to always tell y'all that a lot of women think that like men grew up having women or having access to women, and that's just not true. A lot of men grow up where women don't really speak to them. They never had a woman like show them attention or love them in that kind of way. So whenever somebody responds and says hello back, it's like, all right, that's a fucking enough because I didn't have shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
A lot of times I think that part goes under the radar because women, like, they have like a pretty privilege, or like just being a female, you're just naturally like guys are going to try to talk to you. And that's not the case for a lot of men. A lot of men go throughout life and without that attention.
Without even receiving a compliment.
Right. So, all right, wrapping this up. Where do we go from here? Do they get back together? Can we have I can't even say this word anymore. I don't know why, but amicable. I can't say the word.
Amicable.
Amicable. I don't know why.
Don't worry, I can't even say myrrh.
I don't know why.
Bro, you don't even know what the fuck I said. Me neither. Can't say it.
Do they have a clean break? Like, where do we go from here? How can we get out of the group chat?
If they get back together, well, I'll be shocked. No. But they did say that he signed a divorce paper. That don't mean that they can't get back together.
That's a fact.
If they get back together, I won't be shocked. I honestly think Clarissa is done.
I don't
think she's over him. I think it's him holding on to her.
No, I don't think she's done. I think it's not. I don't think she's like. I know she was they talked about having a family or whatever, but I think she's just enjoying the moment. I don't think she like really.
Like, I think she want to piss Remy off.
Yeah, I don't think she really envisions this being a long-term thing. She's just enjoying.
That's what like she don't want this man.
All right, that's what I think it is. As far as Remy, you know, she's enjoying. First of all, y'all might not watch battle rap, and the nigga that she messed with, he's good at what he does, but as a nigga.
North Philly?
Right. As a nigga, he ain't he ain't one of them.
No.
He ain't one
His
of them.
Stories.
Yeah, he ain't one of them.
I heard what you call it did to him. You heard with oh my God, Cassidy with him and Cassidy diss?
Yeah.
Bruh. Yeah. Cassidy put him out. Did he do anything else after that?
No.
After that?
No.
Cassidy put him away for a minute.
Yeah, no, he didn't respond to that.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, as just you know, as a cool nigga, he's just not a cool nigga. Like he's like a cornball nigga. Maybe Remy like cornballs. I don't fucking know. Because it's like easy.
The way the rap sheet going.
It's easy to walk over these niggas. So maybe she like that. Maybe she got a type too. Like maybe everybody got a type. I don't fucking know. But this shit is bad.
The type is typing.
Right. The type is typing. But salute to all of them, and hopefully, you know, nobody else gets hurt. Because we're hurting on the other side of the screen. We're tired. Yeah, we wrap this up quick. Yeah, and even if y'all don't wrap it up, we don't give a fuck. Just keep it off the screen. Please. I seen and I heard everything I needed to see and hear from all of these people.
Yeah.
let's move on with life. Let's
Please.
move on with life. Like, let's move on with life. And hopefully, you know, they can find if they don't get back together, they can find a good co-parenting situation.
Either way, I don't give a damn.
It's a little baby girl involved, Nina. Jeez.
I care about the baby. Like,
we gotta find, you know, a clean space for you to get your fucking sorry.
I'm just over it.
Get your fucking kid. All right, so as we move on, you know, that was the messy. Now we're gonna educate y'all some. Look who's popping up. Miss Baby Hairs. What's up?
Hey,
Hey, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, you good.
Okay.
Yeah, you good. We're just tapping out of the Remy and Pep situation. Did you want to say anything about that before we move on?
That ain't none of my concern. I don't even know what's going on.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. So we
what's going on with that? Like, at first it was just all black love and all of this stuff, and then it's like now these two beefing, and he with that she masculine to me. He with that masculine ass fighting girl.
I can't.
And I tell no lies.
Remy is over there, I guess, just living her life.
Yeah.
The Wicked Witch of the West. The Wicked Witch of the West shoes on the girl that Papoose with, like, girl. Then the front was scraped. Don't get me to start it. Don't get me to start it.
Pull the eyeballs out
like that. You heard how I said, don't get me to start it. Okay, now.
I can't. All right, people. So we're going to move on. And I guess this will be like some education, some enlightening, and maybe there'll be some truth and some transparency here. So we'll dive into what are the 5 of love languages, and just how do they play a part. So I'll just say, like I always knew, even when I was a young boy, that I didn't know like it was a love language, but I knew that this was my love language.
Let me guess yours.
What's that?
Let me guess yours, T.
Go ahead.
Physical touch.
I'm a Capricorn, right?
You're a man.
I mean, it makes me feel love, Nina. Don't do that. I need to feel it.
Shut the hell up.
I need to feel it. I need to feel it. I'm sorry. I need to feel it.
Y'all are so funny.
I'm just saying. All right, so I'll say that I always knew that, you know, that was a thing for me, and I actually learned what what they say the essential 5 love languages are. I'm gonna say probably like 20s, mid 20s, something like that. I probably learned what they say are the essential 5 love languages. So what is y'all story on how you came about the love languages?
Go ahead, B.
Well, as y'all know, I'm in my healing phase. So I'm still learning my love languages.
Okay.
I don't quite know them yet. Because some days I love physical touch, and then other days I don't even like to be fucking touched. So it'd be like, yeah, leave me alone. Right, Nina? But I know I like acts of kindness. I know like, I don't know, like I like kind words and all of that stuff. Like I said, I'm still learning my love languages, like, because I'm healing. So I used to think I knew, but no, healing showed me I really don't know.
Okay. So. Okay. All right. I got a question bouncing off of that, but I want you to go first, Nina.
In my 20s, it was quality time. And then, but through my journey, after my 30s, it started being acts of service, and now words of affirmation.
Okay. So the question is, since mine is always going to be, because I'm always going to stick to the core of who I am, and I would ask y'all, has y'all life experience like driven where your love language is, or are you sticking to who you are as a person?
No, my experience. Sorry, Nina, go ahead.
No, you okay, B?
Mm.
No, yeah, I think that is it. Like, it's still me sticking to who I am,
Mm-hmm.
um, because my life experiences is who I am.
Okay.
So, I'm not gonna not change. Like, you know what I mean? Because even as natural human development, we do change every seven. Like, your taste buds is not the same as it was when you were an infant.
Right.
So, with life experiences, as I grow, I'm going like, wait a minute, I like this now, or I see I'm gravitating more to this. Like, 'cause I'm growing out of certain things, or I'm growing into certain things. So it's still at the core of my basis core, or whatever, however you explained it. It's just like how B said, some days I like to be touched, some days I don't like to be touched. But with these, it's like, no, no, no. I didn't certain things I just didn't experience yet. And
Right.
now that I'm experiencing them as I go through life, it's like, oh, I thought this was it. But no, now that I've experienced this is it. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't think so. It's like yes to both,
Okay.
if that answered it.
It kind of sounds like you're still exploring. You didn't reach it yet. Like you didn't reach your pinnacle yet.
Yeah.
What's your answer, baby hairs?
Um, my experiences in life are the reasons why. Like, I don't know,
Right.
and like I'm still like trying to figure it out. Cause I do like quality time. Like, and then I'm overly, how can I say, not attached, but what's the other word for it, y'all?
Clingy, clingy.
Clingy?
Yeah, there you go. I'm overly clingy. Like, I am overly clingy, and a lot of people don't like that. Like, but I can't help it. That's just me, and I think that comes from my abandonment issues.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That plays a part in it. And I was speaking to that because, like, no matter what a girl or a female, can do or has done, that's not going to change how I feel inside. So I don't want people to go through life and because niggas ain't shit or whatever it may be, I don't want that to change people who they are, as a core. Like y'all are girls who are lover girls. So I don't never want whatever a nigga did to you to, take you off of that path. If
that
that makes sense.
that can't happen for me because
Mm-mm.
I'ma always remain me. You know, I'm a Capricorn, so I'ma always remain.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm mean. Like, you know what I mean? Like, somebody can piss me off, but once I realize, I'm like, oh, you're trying to take me out of character.
Right.
Never, I'm gonna ice you out.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
no, you're not gonna take me off my path.
Okay. All right. So for those who don't know, the five love languages are physical touch. I'm going on top of my head right now, so I want to make sure.
Quality time, words of affirmation.
Okay. Go ahead. Finish it out, Nina.
I love Guru.
All right. Did we get them all?
So physical touch, quality time, acts of service, receiving gifts,
Right.
and words of affirmation.
Okay. So y'all are still exploring your order. I would say that just because those five are the examples of love languages, there's a lot more that goes into it, and there's a lot of more understanding when it comes to figuring out your personal love language. That's just like I use that just like as a starting point. So I think that's just a good starting point to leapfrog off and kind of learn yourself and what that means. The thing that a lot of people do is whatever your love language is, you kind of portray that onto people instead of learning and understanding them and learning what their love language is to make them feel loved. So your love language could be words of affirmation, and then you're giving your person words of affirmation, but that's not their love language.
Right.
So go ahead, you can go.
I'm sorry, Tink. I don't mean so. I go through this in sessions. So I just want to like make a pinpoint too, because I talk about trauma a lot in my sessions and especially on my Instagram posts because I work through trauma, right? Because we have to evolve and transform. So before we even start talking about relationships, it's the relationship with yourself. Because I know when say relationship life coach is like, oh, you gonna help me with my significant others? Like, wait a minute, baby girl, baby boy, let's work with yourself, right? So we talk about the 5 love languages within the first couple of sessions, and then making sure you understand them, but most importantly, understanding that they come from or can be coping skills, right? Come from like I'll be said, her recognizing because I've had abandonment issues, so I need the quality time because I have abandonment issues, and even to your point, T. You can't just assume that your partner is going to know what your love language is and vice versa. So how do you have those conversations? But even with myself, I'm still exploring those. So how can I translate that well if I'm still exploring them myself? So when it comes down to it, what does my love language mean for me? Where is it coming from? Is it just a survival mechanism? Is it just a coping mechanism? Like, you know what I mean? Like, or am I actually secured and attached to my love language to the point where I can translate it well across to say, hey, I like it when you give me words of affirmation because it makes me, it lets me know that you're safe in my environment, and this is why, because this is where I'm coming from. Because a lot of people don't know how to have those conversations because one, they don't feel safe in their own body. They don't feel safe in their own environment. And if they don't have these safeties and securities within themselves, and they like, oh, read my mind, like just use telekinesis, they gonna look at you like you got numbers written across your forehead, like, why the hell this man or woman not treat me the way that I want to be treated? Don't they know you supposed to, like, he's a man, don't he know he's supposed to grab my ass when I turn this way? No, he don't know.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
I can't.
But and also knowing how to use the love language as healing tools too. Like, how B say he better know, but if it's a healing tool for you, like, B, if spending quality time heal certain parts of you, how do you tell your partner that to where as though it won't be a liability to them, not just your partner, but even your friends? Because what if they are loners? Like, for me, I need my time. I need my time by myself. And if my partner's love language first, because we have three tops, my partner's first love language is quality time, we won't mix. I can love all so much about you, the way your mind works, the way you smell, walk, and talk. If your first love language is quality time, you're not gonna like it because I can't give you that.
Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at
that.
I'm not mad at that.
Conversations need to be had.
That's a fact.
It is. I was talking to a friend about that too. How? Because again, the safety and security, right? People don't understand the realms and stages of dating, right? We talk. That's talking. How long do we talk? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, things are supposed to be natural and flowing, but there is certain limitations of certain things too. Like, in my world, and when I say my world, I just mean up here, my brain, like my consciousness, my own tradition, my own morals and values. This ain't got shit to do with nobody else in nobody else's world or culture. But me, my belief is that the woman provides the access, the man provides the commitment, right? So you got talking, you got dating, you got the relationship, then you go to serious relationship, and then we fiance, then it's marriage, right? So whenever you want to take a extra step level in commitment, regardless of what the level, regardless of what the commitment is, the man provides the commitment. If you want to, after we start to get to know each other and we're talking, if you want to go on a date, after the woman provides the accessibility, hey, let's go on a date.
Right.
If you want to start, getting in more serious commitment, I would like to take you a little bit more serious. Are you down with that? The man provides the commitment. Like, you know what I mean? And I think once that serious commitment comes in, then we can start talking about love. Why do we need to know about each other's love languages before then? If we just talk, I don't give a fuck about your quality time. Again, but that's just me. Like, don't tell me irrelevant, because I don't like small talk. Don't tell me nothing irrelevant before then, because you giving me all this information about a stranger at the end of the day. Why are we taking it that far?
I think there's wiggle room in that, because I think there's wiggle room in that, because I think you can say that, but it has to be surrounded by things. Like, if somebody tells you their love language and it's the beginning stages, it has to be surrounded by us getting to know each other. Like, I can't just be like, yo, what you doing? And then tell you my love language. Like, no.
It would be like if y'all was to have like a like one time, even though it won't be just one time, like one time a deep conversation like that would arise. Like,
yeah,
right,
yeah. Like if we're dating,
right.
Like once we start dating, like after, like, if we just talking, when I say talking, I mean like texting and on the phone.
Right.
Because by the way, that's only going to happen for about a week.
I feel like that should be longer.
Get the hell off my phone, T.
I can't.
Stop wasting my time.
I can't.
Because that should get boring after a while.
Yeah.
All they're doing is telling you, good morning, what you doing?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about that level of a conversation.
But that's talking. That's
talking.
Right,
yeah.
but I'm talking about I'm talking about having real conversations.
But
that's dating.
Yeah, see, she's saying when you start
if I have a conversation with you and we didn't go anywhere, that's still considered dating?
No, that's talking.
That's what I'm saying.
But you don't know nothing, and what the hell are we talking about? You know nothing in depth.
When I used to talk to people, like Nina, right? That shit is only lasting for about a week, because
I think that's wrong.
No, because after a while that should get boring. What do you want?
What do you want? Do you want to see me?
Yes,
No. What do you want?
But I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem. I think that
so you're wasting my time.
No,
I just said that you wasting my time at this point. Like, what are we doing? Like,
no, I'm saying that if you're not having meaningful conversations,
we'll have it after the date. What do you want to do?
Yeah,
are you wasting my time or not?
Yes.
But that's how people end up on dates with people that they don't like.
All right, so
we'll find out if we like each other on the date.
Yes. Like, why are we just talking on the phone? Like, why are we
we're not teenagers. We're not in our 20s. We're grown. Do you want to see me or not?
Then you got a bunch of weirdos. They just want to be talking, and then they want to start sexting over the phone. Nigga, I don't know you. Like,
my chemistry happens in person. My chemistry don't happen over the phone.
Right.
The phone is for convenience, not to build a bond. You can if you want to bond, go down to see the COs and down 16th and JFK. Get the fuck out my face. I
can't.
I agree with Nina. After a week, that shit is
it's dead. You don't want nothing. You wasting my time.
Null and void.
I agree with it, but I think that is like premature. I think that
exactly. Like 16, like teenagers, 20.
Hold on, Nina. Let me explain it. I think
I'm sorry, T.
No, you good. I think it's premature because a lot of people aren't like good in conversation in person. So if a person doesn't know you and then they go on a date with you, then you might be like, "No, that shit was whack." But that could still be a good person for you, but you just didn't never get a chance to get to know them.
Make that make sense, T.
If we never have conversation, you don't get a chance to know anybody, and everybody can't hold a conversation. So because a person takes you out, that's what I'm talking about. A lot of people get lost when they go out on dates because there's things to distract. So when a person takes you out on a date, you might have had a good time, but it wasn't necessarily because of him. It was because of all the other shit surrounding.
Be intentional about the date.
Right. What I'm saying is when we go on this date, you could have had a great time, but you didn't get to know me.
Okay. Go on another date. So we go out on a date, and if you feel like you didn't catch the essence of a person, all right, now, but we got to know each other though. Now we've exchanged physical chemistry. I just feel like when you meet somebody in person, you'll catch a better vibe than on the phone. You can't fake kinetic energy. That's you can't fake that shit.
Thanks,
and think about it. Before all this cell phone and social media shit, what was we doing?
Meet me at Shawham Mall by 4.
Exactly. We was in person with it.
In person.
I agree. I agree, and I'll be on your side with the in person, but I still think that you should have conversation because I could take you on a million dates where we're doing things.
You can have conversation after the date.
Yeah.
We're building the bond.
There's not always time for that, Nina.
But you got conversation before the date. Go ahead, T.
No, I'm saying there's not always time for that because like certain people I got shit to do. Like you might like I'm going to have a lot.
I was on TikTok earlier, right? And it was this girl, she's pretty. And she dating or whatever. Like she be going out on dates with people. This guy asked her, like the guy that she went out on a date with, he asked her out on a date. Now the guy that she went out on a date with, she met through one of her friends.
Right.
Because her friend is dating one of his friends, basically.
Right.
So they were conversating before, the first date. But she went out on a date with this man, and this man just went like all psycho crazy on her. Like she was telling
she didn't know that nigga. That's what my point.
Like you gotta go out on them dates. Like you gotta see what a person is. Like you gotta see who a person physically is. Like, cause a person could be anything over the phone. A person can be anything over the phone. They can lie. I
don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Yes, over the phone, people can be anything. They could lie about their finances. They could lie about how they're living. They could front and fake about anything. No. They could send you thousands of pictures of whatever. But then it's just like social media. It's all fake. They could fake it.
Right. I agree with that, but I don't think conversation can be faked. Like it's either
it can.
I don't believe that. Because there's a million people who can't hold conversation because they can't fake it.
A million people that can fake it. Sociopaths, psychopaths. You know what? This reminds me of something I was thinking about earlier, and that's crazy that this came up. So, by the way, everybody. So here's the thing. I want to make it known. Just because you haven't experienced something doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Okay.
Right.
That's what I was thinking about earlier. So, T, just because you haven't experienced it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
No, I believe it does exist, but I'm just saying, like, I'm going to be able to vet you out in conversation before I can vet you out when we're doing activities.
Because you probably have that skill set.
That's what I'm saying.
But you're like one out of every 10 people.
All right.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of people. And then you being a man, that's probably a variable. And then your age is probably a variable, and then your experience is probably a variable. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just all preference. So it's just like, nah, and then on the other hand, on the flip side, I'm more of an energy person. Especially given my background. No, I need to see you in person.
Okay.
Like, I can have a conversation with you and get like a maybe, but no, let's meet up.
Yes. But back to what I was saying before I got interrupted by the baby. So,
yes.
Shout out to the kids.
But look, it was another girl too. Conversating on the phone. This guy done faked his whole life. Just texting her. Then when she met with him and they went out, like, and matter of fact, I don't even think they went out on the first date. I think they just met. Like, it was all, he was all
It's okay.
My son walked in my room.
That's okay.
But yeah, like, he faked his whole life, like, to her. Like, I be catching all the story times on TikTok.
Not the TikTok story times.
They be good.
Not the TikTok
I
story
be catching all the story times.
They be good.
Listen, all I'm saying to y'all is this, and this is because I saw this, happening to my son, right? So when my son was first entertaining like his first real girlfriend, he was like, they was always going out doing activities, and I was like, don't fall for the distractions of y'all doing activities. You need to see if you can sit with this person and y'all can enjoy each other, just y'all. Anything can be fun when you go out and y'all bowling and y'all going ice skating and X, Y, and Z. But how are you when it's just y'all two? Are you comfortable in that space? Are you enjoying each other in that space is what I'm saying.
I get it. And then you can't get a person comfortable with doing that because I'm going to just speak from hearing people because, people tell on themselves when you listen. I know of a lot of people that got these girlfriends and they're like used to that, like used to the going out and all of that. Like, basically they're using them, like, but they want to be with them so bad, like they want some type of love so bad that they don't see that for real that's messing them up, and all that female wants is to use you. I mean, men too, but but me sitting and listening is majority females that I've been hearing about. Like, so yeah, I get what you're saying about your son. You don't want her to get used to that because then that's all she gonna want.
Right. And, like, why we ain't doing nothing?
Right.
Yeah, and then when y'all actually just chilling, it's like
we don't want to sit around each other. We're bored with each other. That's what I'm saying.
Don't want to be. Right. I want to go outside. Like, I want to do this. I want to do that. Like.
Right.
But that also comes with the process of dating. Like, you date somebody within all their seasons. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's part of the season. Yes, perfect advice. Like, you know what I mean? But what's up? Go to a coffee shop. Take her out on a picnic. That's sitting still. And that's not, at the same time, is it an activity? Yes, but it's like sitting still. Take her to a library.
But a lot of people be bougie. They act like they don't
want.
That's
a fact.
But if they act like they don't want to go on a picnic. Like, they act like they don't want to go bike riding. Like, damn, come on.
Right, but that's his answer. That's the answer.
Yeah, the simple.
One person, drop it. That's the answer. She can't sit still.
Yeah, if she.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that'll be his answer. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would.
That's what I'm saying. I need to also feel your energy and feel your personality when it's just us.
But it's off the phone, is what I'm saying, T. It's still off the phone.
It don't have to always just. When I'm speaking of conversation, I'm just speaking of conversation.
Right.
It don't have to be, on the phone or always in person.
A lot of people don't.
I'm just speaking of conversation. That's what I'm saying.
I'm the phone.
On the phone.
On the phone.
That's listen. You know why? Listen. You know why? Because they can't do it.
They don't know how to hold a conversation.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Because people don't have substance.
Right. It's because they can't do it.
That nobody likes to be vulnerable. People don't have to, and it's like a thin line between they don't have substance or they don't know what it is to have substance. It's a suppression of emotions. They don't know how to be vulnerable. They don't know what exactly vulnerability is. Like, it's so many different variables. And because these computers has been thrown in these people's faces, everything is being cut off. Like, you know what I mean? Like the resources of how to get in touch with yourself is being cut off. And then, because even when we were growing up, to even show an ounce of emotion or to show that you care about something, you called a punk. So it was already starting back then. And then here come, in '89, you World Wide Web. Oh, it's a new attraction. Just like, oh, let me look this up, and everybody want to learn something, do something. And then everything is trending, and then here comes music. Like, it just started growing even more. And not only is it not cool to say you like something, it ain't cool to say you don't like something. Like, it's so much of the natural human response being shut off from the world. You don't know what's what. So now we birthing these new people. It's like a split between, do they know or do they just, are they being taught? Do they not know? Like, you know what I mean? They just don't know how to tap in with themselves.
I don't think nobody actually is being taught that or have been taught that. I think it's just like a natural thing that you kind of just fall into, or you just kind of like,
maybe after a certain extent. Right. That's why we have these crash outs.
Right.
I don't know what I'm feeling.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? You don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. You have to learn.
Right.
And you have one in every 6 person who will actually pick up a book like, hey, I feel something. I don't. And these are just, it's either in you or it's not.
Right.
Let me get closer to God. And that's what will make you like start like looking at your family funny. What the fuck wrong with y'all? And it start from there. Like, you know what I mean? To make you want, let me find somebody like me. And now you're starting to get in touch with your emotions. Now you're learning about what love language is. And you find a like-minded community. It's like, oh, yeah, something is wrong with the phone. Like, that's like, but what about the people who's falling into the other traps and the crash outs and and we got the mental health cases, and now they're picking up the drugs, and outside now they're picking because they don't know how to handle their emotions or they don't know how to handle vulnerability because they're not being taught. They're not being taught in their household. They're not being taught in their environment, not being taught in their communities, and they can't be taught because the people who's around them, they don't fucking know.
Right, and I still think that comes from within understanding yourself. So everybody's like, I used to go through that shit all the time, like teach the kids this, teach the kids that, and I would be like, all right, I'll teach them, but I also want my kids to learn some shit on their own. So it's like there's people who will just never learn shit, on their own. Like I heard a girl having a conversation with somebody one time, and she was like, I don't know how to hold a conversation, so any nigga I get with better know how to hold a conversation. And I was like, that's fucking ridiculous. Who the fuck? I'm not carrying this fucking conversation every time I fucking see and talk to you.
Right. Bad enough you gotta hold the door.
Right. Like, this shit is ridiculous. So it's like...
people be acting like it's so hard.
Right.
Just talk about anything.
You so concerned about saying the wrong thing.
That means you ain't got no questions for me? Like,
nothing.
That's a red flag.
Facts.
That is a red flag. You ain't got no questions for me. You can't tell me how your day was. You don't even want to talk about that shit. Like, what?
Because they don't know.
Shit's crazy.
Happy, sad, angry, and I want some hot Cheetos.
I can't.
I'm quick to FaceTime.
Like, get the hell.
Let me see your face.
And also, I don't want that. We gotta move on to the next topic, but I don't want that to be lost in an excuse to be like how people always say, I don't feel safe to have certain conversations. If you don't have these conversations, how are you going to learn and know shit?
They're gonna learn how to navigate around it.
Yeah, so even in instances where you don't feel safe having certain conversations, you still got to have the conversation. Like sometimes you have to have hard conversations.
Now I'm quick to be like, 'cause that experience with my kid's father, I'm quick to be like, how's your relationship with in the beginning? How's your relationship with your mom? How's your relationship with your dad in your life? You got kids? Don't lie. How many kids you got? You in their life? How you in their baby mom? How
you on child support?
Like, yes, you want child support. Like, I need to know I need to know these things. And then I don't like when a person, they don't want to talk about if they got kids or not. I need to know these things. Like that's
weird though.
That's not something that you hide. And then want to later on say, yeah, I got this many kids. What? All right, so where your kids at then? Why you ain't taking care of your kids? Like, what is going on?
Can't do it.
To know these things. No.
Then they be quick to blame the baby mom.
Now all these red flags is up. Cause what?
Not the red flag squad.
Yes.
I can't.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Like, what goes into the thinking? What do y'all think? Like, what would you think of a person who wouldn't tell y'all that they had kids?
He's a manipulator.
Why wouldn't you tell me that?
Right, I'm asking, like, why? Like, why would he not tell you? Like, what is your thoughts? Like, why he wouldn't say it?
I know some people don't because they had whatever with the baby moms, like falling out with them, and
well, what that got to do with me saying that I have a kid?
Right. I don't understand that logic. Right. But I guess for some, it's like a sensitive topic because they do miss their kids. Okay. So it's like, you know, me and her or them are at odds and they're using my kids as pawns and not letting me see them. Like, so it's like a touchy situation. Okay, I can understand that, but then I can't understand it. I still need to know. Like, because I'm telling, yep, I got 5 kids. I'm a single mother off the bat. You need to know. My time is slim to none. Because these kids take up all my time.
Right, because even if it's a touchy situation, then it could simply be like, yeah, I have X, Y, and Z, but I just don't want to talk about that right now because it's some shit going on. And we can revisit this, whatever it may be.
Right. See, you know how to do that, but a lot of men don't. Like
they don't know how to have. They don't know how to. Yeah. They don't know how to have communication. They don't know how to talk.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. People don't know how to fucking talk.
It's manipulation because they want to control the outcome.
They need to get it together.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Like you can't have dominion over my choices. That's the quickest way to lose me. Not telling me something.
Yeah.
Like regardless of how you think, I'm gonna choose to do whatever. Like don't take my options away from me. Like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't take your options away from you. I don't give a damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you don't have dominion over my choices. I gotta go. This is not a democracy.
Like, I would say if a nigga has 6 kids and 5 baby moms, he might be like, that's a lot to, like, spring on you right off the bat. But you can't. It's inevitable, so where the fuck we can't run from this shit?
Because what if I start really liking you and then I'm like in my mind creating a future in my head, like, you know, and then I'm like, yeah, maybe one day I couldn't have this nigga baby. No, the fuck I'm not. You got like 7 baby moms and 6 kids, and no.
No. Like if you put it on a border picture, like if you like write it down on paper, like, dang, I really just told Shorty I ain't had no kids just so I can have sex with her. Coercion. Like, that's weird. Like, you could have just, like, told somebody the truth. You know how many females out here that don't care about your situation? They willing to do whatever. You don't have to manipulate one person. You don't have to manipulate your situation for one person just to mess with them. No. Go find somebody who's a willing participant.
I don't even think it should get to that point of having to lie or being able
to. But they do.
It does.
Hold on. I don't think it should have to get to that point. If you feel some type of way about it, maybe you shouldn't have did that.
And people be lying just to get the person that they want too.
Like, I'm not gonna feel no type of way about my decisions, and then lie to you because I feel some type of way about my decision.
About my decision. Sense to you, T. You went somewhere with life already.
That's
Like
you.
people aren't that
These people
secure
be
with
out here
themselves.
lying. Like these people be out here lying. They be like, no. They be withholding information. Like, no, how you want to be with me, but you lying about having kids? Like, or you
It's
didn't tell me
weird.
that you had kids. Like,
that shit is crazy. All right, so let's get to the last topic of tonight, and this is a topic that a lot of people may not know too much about, because this is another thing that people are also not taught, and another thing that people don't take it on themselves to learn about. There's like a million forms of love, and that can be based in short-term love, long-term love, self-love, the highest form of love, which is, what is that? They call it agave. There's a million forms of love that people don't even, like, people always are saying that they want love and they want to be loved and X, Y, and Z, but you have to understand like the variations of love. You have to understand all that entails. So what is your thoughts, or just sentiments when it comes to the forms of love?
Like, yeah, I agree. You know me, I'm gonna take it to a psychological and more spiritual level of it. As I always say, I think love comes in the capacity or the bandwidth of what you're able to obtain depending on your circumstances and experiences. So yes, if you've only experienced love at a transactional level, maybe you're only able to display it at that capacity. Maybe it will only stay playful, or maybe it'll only stay flirty. Maybe you'll only know how to use it to gain some sort of dominance. Like, and this is your definition of what love is. Like, regardless if it's projected towards a loved one or a romantic interest. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, if I play nice, right? Oh, if I do a favor, because again, that could be a form of love. Like, let me do something nice for you because I know you like it. Let me give you a gift because I know you like it. I know you like these things. Like studying someone, right? To gain some kind of leverage, so that way they'll have to, oh, I owe you. One of those kind of things. That's a form of love to somebody who is a manipulator, right? You know what I mean? So, versus someone who is on a more greater scale of it, who only know love on an unconditional level, because that's how they experience it. You don't have to do anything for me to be here for you. I'm here out the kindness of my heart. Like, I want to love on you because of who you are, and just for you just existing, like the kind of love that we share for our child. Granted, not all parents are like this, but the majority of it. Like, so, yeah, that's how I see it.
Baby hairs.
I don't know, because y'all know. Y'all know I'm in love with my man. Like,
and he has those kind of love, the affectionate love,
Yes, I'm very affectionate.
I think there should be a class on affection.
Definitely. Yeah. Maybe I'll do a class on affection.
I think there should be.
Because it's definitely levels to affection. Like, I know growing up, I didn't know what affection was. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, but I didn't have a very affectionate household. And then I had children. I'm like, why are these little babies touching me all the time? Like, you know what I mean? And then I had to realize, like, oh shit, I gotta kiss them. Touch touch him, I gotta hug him because, like, if you because when you hug somebody, it releases what I call the love hormones,
That's
right?
a fact. Say it
Yeah,
one more time for the people.
like hugs are very important, right? It is just it releases those stress hormones. Like a hug for 1 minute or 30 seconds would do wonders, right? And even a kiss on a cheek from someone that you're attracted to, because attraction is on so many different levels. Like you don't have to be attracted to somebody romantically. You could just be attracted to somebody like physically or just by like their brains, like even if it's a family member, and just a warm embrace from them can do wonders on your system, like your nervous system, right? So like for as far as affection, I'm like, if I withhold, I started understanding that if I withhold affection from my children, it's the same, it's given the same effect as if they cut themselves. They feeling pain. It's the same thing. They're feeling pain. So if I don't embrace them correctly, they're growing up on pain, which will mean ultimately they're growing up in survival. So it's like, oh, fix this. Fix this, girl. You need to learn what affection is. Like, you know what I mean? And again, it comes in many different stages.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Is there any other things in this topic that you would like to speak on, Miss Nina? Because there's a million of these shits. And I would suggest that people go and read up about them because that is how you understand. Because we are raised on like however you view it, like where if you were raised on survival, some people were raised on love, some people were raised on money. However you were raised kind of shapes who you are and how you treat people and how you receive love. But you have to learn certain things to understand that there's a million variations of this thing. And you could be like not getting the love that you garner because you don't understand that. So you have to like read up on it and just learn it's more than how you were raised, basically.
But yeah, that's true. But I have something to say because to go back about like being affectionate and like having an affectionate household, my grandparents raised me and they were very affectionate. Like even in the like before my dad went to jail, like they were all very affectionate with me. My mom was the only one that wasn't. Like I never got that from her. Um Now when I turned 13, my dad went to jail. After that, all that affection that I was getting, it went out the window. So the rest of my life growing up, I didn't get that affection. Like we're non-affectionate in my house. Like I do hug my kids once in a while because I know that they need it. But like when they come and they come hug on me and they lay next to me and shit, I be like, which one? What do you want? Because you want something.
Right.
No, I just want to tell you, no. You want something. What do you want? But I know that they be needing that affection sometimes, like, because I didn't get that, like, growing up in my teenage years all the way up. So I give it to them sometimes, but other times it's like, leave me alone. What do you want? Like,
That's what I'm saying. That's a cycle that needs to be broken because that's why a lot of the younger kids are like outside wilding
like
because
my kids, she's very affectionate. Mommy, I love you. I love you too. Can you kiss? Give you a kiss. Like, hug, all that. Like, she don't play that. Like, you gonna give me my affection. Like, you gonna give me my affection, whether you like it or not. And it's gonna be every day, like clockwork. She come to me, Mommy, I love you. Give me a kiss on the cheek. Give me a hug before she go to school. I miss you. Girl, you ain't even leave yet, but okay, I get what you're saying.
facts, facts.
I get what you're saying. But yeah, like she demands it. Like she be like, give me my shit.
Good.
I think it's very like important because you can't really like love a partner to the maximum capacity like if you don't know or understand these things. So it's like when I was younger and in my teens, like I was that person. Like, why you all up on me? Like, like
Yeah, I'm like, back up.
I was that person. But as I grew up, it's like, no, these things are important, and that's why, and that's a lot why physical touch is like my love language, because I need to feel you. Like I need to be able to feel you when you're not even here. I need to feel you.
Right.
So that's just how I see it.
I like the way, okay, I know everybody don't love the same, but like the things I put out, I be wanting to get back. Like those be my hints. Like I don't know, like I be giving like words of affirmation and words of kindness and stuff like that, and I want that back.
Is
Then,
that a conversation though, baby hairs? Like, do you
yeah,
speak on that? Like, I need that.
I think I have spoke. If I'm not mistaken, I think I have spoke about it, but I'm not gonna say things more than one time.
Yeah, I'm definitely hate repeating shit. Shout out to the Capricorns. Definitely hate repeating
know. I'm
shit.
not saying things more than one time. Once I
You
said
heard
it,
me the first time.
like I'm not gonna keep saying it. Like I said it one time, and I said we had that conversation. Boom! It should have been head. You should have took a mental note, wrote it down in your head, locked it in a safe, and understood that. Like once I talked about it, like I like to like give gifts. Like that's another one of my, like I love to give gifts, like because I want that shit back. Like I want gifts back too. Like
I'm teaching you how to treat me.
Yeah, like I'm giving gifts, like, and I give gifts because I want you to give me gifts too. But I also give them because like that's just who I am. Like
Right.
I like to give gifts. I like to see a person be surprised. I like to see a person smile like, oh shit, you got me this? Like, yeah, like yeah, I did that.
Black captain.
Yeah. I did that. Like, yeah. Like physical touch. I love it. But after a while I'm like, get off of me, please. Get off of me, please. Like I like to cuddle and all of that, but soon as I start getting, I don't know, even if I get high, I'd be like, or
like 5 minutes. I got like 5 minutes in me.
But then like I'm gonna let you lay there, but I'm like looking at you the whole, like I ain't going, you gonna be asleep, but I'm gonna be up staring at you like, when you gonna turn over?
See, y'all gotta
learn. 5 minutes on, 2 hours off.
Yeah, y'all gotta learn the tricks. Like y'all gotta learn the tricks. Like when they fall asleep, you can slide them off of you. Like you gotta learn the tricks, man.
No, not if they got arm underneath around, arm on top around, legs locked in.
No, I'm getting up
get
out
the
of
hell
that.
off me.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm getting up out of that. I'm
You
getting up out of that.
cannot.
I'm getting up out of that, baby. Yes, I'm getting up out of that. I'm sorry. I'm getting up out of that.
I'm steady looking at you like, all right, it's time for you to get off of me. Like, I know this is what you like, but damn.
Right.
Like, but.
Right. I just want to make sure it said, somebody said you capping, baby ears. I just want to
But look. Remember in the beginning when I said he better know,
right.
He better grab my ass. Like, yeah,
right.
I like that. Yeah, when I'm walking past, smack my butt. Because if you don't, then I'm gonna feel like something wrong.
Right.
Bite my butt cheeks.
Do something.
Yes.
I just want to make sure it's being said because
I am the leg lock type.
We did do a topic on people being dumb and stupid, and I just want to make sure it's renovated that you can't always just show somebody and expect a reciprocation because they'll just take it. Like whatever you're showing them or whatever you're giving them, they'll just take it, and they won't get the hint of like you're doing it to like show them what you want in return.
Right.
So it's important to say it to them as well. And I know that we're Capricorns and we hate repeating shit. So as long as we say it the first time, we said it.
That's
I
it.
said it.
I'm saying I said it.
Don't act like I ain't say it.
Right, I said it.
Yes.
I will show you a receipt.
And then I like to help. I'm one that likes to help. Like, I like to help my man. Like, I don't want him to ever think that he can't depend on me the way I could depend on him like that. Like, I like to help. Like, don't. And I know that men don't. Y'all got this pride thing, and y'all, you know, y'all natural providers and stuff like that, and y'all always gotta find a way to provide for us. But man, if I got it, I'm gonna give it. Like, don't do that. Like, if you can't take me out on a date this week, I'm taking you out on a date. Come on, let's go get some massages, something. Like, yeah, like, I'm gonna offer, but that's up to you to take the offer to be like, yeah, come on, babe, let's go. But if you be like, no, babe, you know, save your money, we just gonna chill, that's cool with me too. Like, but 9 times out of 10, I'm actually saying it because I want us to go. Like,
let's go. I want to get out the house. I'm ready to get out the house.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't. So make sure, people, as we're wrapping up, make sure that you understand. And like the lady said, maybe, you know, it's a forever evolving and changing thing, but make sure that you are understanding where you at and what you want and what you need, and understanding those things. Because if you don't, you get lost in your own mind a lot of times. So just make sure that you're reading, you know, and learning what these things are, because like I said, these things are not taught to us. So you got to kind of learn it yourself. And I think just like being around females allowed me to feel a lot. That's why I don't understand when people say I didn't feel, because when I'm around girls, that's where I start feeling safe and comfortable and being able to be like, I could be vulnerable. That's why.
Because a lot of females, they use what you say, like they'll use what you say against, like,
right.
You, like, so that's why some men don't feel comfortable. Like, and
I just gotta stop being around the wrong females.
Listen, the same way men be lying about their lives and who they are, females do the same thing. We not excluded. I'm sorry, Nina, we not. We not excluded because
I've seen it too many times.
Yes, and it's always okay, because we had this conversation in a previous session with us. It's always the female, but what about the men? What about the men? Men are traumatized too. Like, yes, us females take a lot of shit, but men do too. And they don't get that recognition because they men. But I feel like they should. Like, I feel like they should.
They don't talk about a lot because in their head, who gonna listen?
Give it to us.
And men feelings, yes. And I do. I always do. Because men feelings are valid. Like, and people try to act like they're not
human too.
Yes. Like they
human too. I say it all the time.
Even though y'all suppress them more.
Right.
But y'all got feelings too. Like, y'all hurt too, just like us. Y'all might not go through what a female go through when it comes to pregnancy periods and shit like that, because y'all can't handle no shit like that.
Here we go.
Just saying,
when it comes to heartbreak, y'all it hurt the same way we hurt. Like, y'all hurt the same way we hurt. Like,
even loss and grief, like y'all are human too.
Yes, y'all hurt just the same way we hurt. And like, y'all feelings should be like, y'all, I don't know, they need to like society today need to stop. Like, they need to validate y'all feelings more.
That's why T need to make the men's group.
Here we go. Here we go. I'll say
as far as loving and all of that, you know, mommy and mommy. He already.
She said what she said.
The crazy part is, He already knew how to love me without me even saying anything.
I feel like it's a red flag if you can't have certain conversations. I feel like that in itself should be a red flag.
Right.
If I can't come to you and tell you how I feel without it being a thing that you're going to use against me, or without you deflecting and getting defensive and feel like I'm fucking attacking you and XYZ, what the fuck are we doing?
Right. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Even if look, because when I was young, right, I had a hard time, and my dad knew this. Like, I had a hard time like expressing myself like verbally. So he always used to be like, "Whatever you feel, write it to me in a letter."
That's a
My
fact.
grandma, like this mantle in the front by the front door. He used to be like, "Just put it in the envelope, put it right there by the front door. I'm gonna read it, and then after I read it, we'll talk about it." And then when he used to read it, he used to take me out on a date to go eat, and we used to discuss it. And I was young when he used to
That's
do that.
beautiful.
Yep, I was young when he used to do that. So my thing is, if ever, I'm gonna say this on my part, if ever my man feels like he he can't express something to me, my thing would be send it to me in a text message. If you can't talk to me over the phone, like express it to me over the phone or in person, send it to me in a text message. When you send it to me in a text message, I'm gonna read it, process it, and then have a conversation.
Yeah, because writing things out is helpful, because sometimes in conversations you forget a lot of shit that you wanted to say.
Right.
So write all the things down that come to mind and that you want to say, so you have it there,
Right.
either to give to the person or you just have it there as a reference, because in conversation you're just naturally going to forget some shit.
And I feel like that'll well, because some people feel like when you expressing yourself, you attacking them. But I feel like that should be able to prevent a lot of arguments,
Mm.
like doing it like that.
Right.
It should. You should be able to say what you want to say without triggering somebody.
Yeah.
Like
But a lot of people get
that's not
triggered.
my
Like,
responsibility.
they feel like you attacking them, but really you just expressing how you feel. Like they feel like you attacking them when you expressing how you feel.
That's their insecurities, though. That's
Yeah.
Exactly. That's not
tough.
your responsibility.
Yeah, they got to work on their insecurities. But it's been great, ladies.
It's great.
Shout out to the crew, man. Shout out to CNoStress. Shout out to new mom Tia. Shout out to Skin.
Yes, miss y'all.
shout out to the crew, man. As
Where's
always, people.
he at?
Yeah, man. MIA. Mr. MIA himself.
See, he wanted to come on during Mother's Day, but I was like, the ladies, just let the ladies have their Mother's Day. Man. So
We the ganged up on Skinny.
I can't. But it is what it is, man. Make sure y'all continue to hit that thumbs up button, like and share the video, all that good stuff. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as always, this is the Prophecies. We'll do Push P in 1 second. Shout out to Nina, got her merch. We gotta get you your merch, baby hairs. What's up? We gotta get you your merch, baby hairs.
Yes,
We got merch for you. We got you. We gotta get you your merch.
Yes.
Without vision, there is no understanding, and without understanding, there is no vision. Let's do Push P real quick, and then we can get up out of here, ladies. Who wants to go first?
Oh, I'll go.
Okay, Nina, go ahead.
What up, guys? I am pushing positivity and will be pushing products over the summer. Doing relationship, life coaching, and spirituality. Make sure you follow me on all social platforms, mostly Instagram and TikTok at Nina Pleazz. I am on Instagram as well under at Express Spiritually. Make sure you tap into my website at expressspiritually.com if you want to schedule a coaching session, or because don't forget, I do tarot readings too. And you can also follow my website if you want to pop up at any of my events too. So again, keep an eye out for the products that will be launching this summer. So I'll see y'all soon.
Okay. All right, baby hairs, what's up?
Hi everybody, it's Baby Hairs, aka Bianca, aka Sporty Shorty. I'm pushing P. I'm a gaming mommy. I stream on Twitch. I play all the games. You can follow me on TikTok at Sporty Shorty 1222 on TikTok and Twitch. I don't have Instagram or Facebook at the moment, but I will soon. And also, I will be here for all your notary needs very soon.
That's what's
So
up.
out for that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. I'll leave the ladies with this, and I'll say, this is just what I see from the outside looking in. I would say that, Nina, your thing could be conversation. I think that that is like on the top of your love, form or languages. I think that you love conversation, and that is a thing for you. And I would say for you, baby, here is trust. I think trust is super important to you. And once both of y'all get these things, then I think that's where you build off of. So that is my message for y'all this week. All right, people, we're gonna get up out of here. Everybody have a good one. Thank you, ladies. Well, we are out of here.
Yo. Bye.